All right. Well, thank you all for joining. I know you probably got less sleep last night than you have in a while with all the crazy weather, but hopefully you're all safe and have power today. I'm Angie Highland, and I work for the Kentucky Personnel Cabinet, which is in Kentucky state government. So we'll just kind of talk through our careers website, the structure of state government. We'll go through some of the benefits of being a state government employee, and then I'll share some information about our Team Kentucky internship program and just kind of show you the careers website in case you're looking to apply to internships or full-time roles as well. All right, just an overview of state government. So we are the largest employer in the state. The executive branch has 11 cabinets. So personnel cabinet is one of those 11 cabinets in the executive branch. We have over 1,100 different job specifications or job titles in the state. So we have a variety of career options that you could choose from, or lots of different careers for different areas of interest. And we're also an employer of choice, which just means that Kentuckians want to work for state government, and it's a really great place to be an employee of. The personnel cabinet specifically is kind of the centralized HR for Kentucky state government. So we serve all 45,000 employees in all three branches of state government. So basically anything that happens in an employee's account from the time they're hired, if they change positions or move positions, anytime they move around in state government up until they either leave or retire, all of those actions come through personnel cabinet. So we are saying is that we serve the people who serve the people. In addition to this, personnel cabinet also does things like statewide recruiting events. So that's why you see us at career fairs, doing these presentations virtually as well, just connecting with high schools, colleges, and people across the state to spread awareness about state government and the jobs that we have available. There are a lot of benefits to being a state government employee. Maybe some of you have heard before that state government has a really competitive benefits package, and it's true, we do. We have one of the most competitive packages offered today. So as far as some of those benefits, health and wellness is a big one. So we have 4 health insurance plan options, no cost telehealth services, wellness programs, and pharmacy benefits as well. It's a really positive company culture that offers flexible work schedules and work-life balance. We also have employee resource groups. So any state employee can join these based off your areas of interest or your similarities or connectedness to the group. You could join a group that you're interested in or that you feel drawn to, and basically get to connect with other state employees in that group and gain resources to support you. And then we also offer diversity and inclusion programs as well. As far as our paid time off, you earn annual and sick leave as a state government employee. You also get 12 and a half paid holidays each year. And during presidential election years, you actually get 13 and a half. So you get that extra day, and that's all paid time off. So you get those holidays in addition to earning your annual and sick leave as a state government employee. You also have the opportunity to earn what's called comp time, and other leave options as well. So for example, if you're a 37 and a half hour a week schedule and you want to work up to 40 hours a week, you can earn that in comp time. And it's basically just additional time off that you can use in the future. As far as our other benefits, we offer our retirement, professional development opportunities, our employee assistance program, and many other things as well. So it is a great option. There's great benefits to being a state government employee, and we're really proud of offering that benefits package to state government employees. As far as some of our different cabinets, this list here, these are the 11 cabinets in the executive branch. So what's really cool about state government is that you can kind of pick a cabinet that you're interested in, or a position in a cabinet that you're interested in. So we have our general government cabinet. So that's like all of the commissions, the boards that don't fall in any of the other cabinets. We have education and labor. So our Department of Education falls there. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. So they maintain highways and bridges throughout the state, and they're the ones that are out there clearing from snow and severe weather. And then we have our Cabinet for Health and Family Services. So this is where our social workers, our nurses are located in state government, and many other positions as well. The Cabinet for Economic Development, their main role is to draw new industries into the state of Kentucky and also help with startups or small businesses developing in the state of Kentucky. Our Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, so any of our correctional facilities, our day treatment centers, all of those correctional officers, those all fall within Justice and Public Safety. And then our Finance and Administration Cabinet as well. They service state government agencies and citizens as well. Our Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, so they are all of our state parks. If you've ever visited one of those are all part of Kentucky state government, and they fall in Tourism, Arts, and Heritage. Our Energy and Environment Cabinet, they do lab work. They work on protecting Kentucky's land, air, and water resources and advocating for that through legislation as well. And then Public Protection Cabinet. So anytime you're in an elevator or you see this has been inspected by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, those types of positions are Public Protection Cabinet. So they work to protect Kentucky citizens in their day-to-day life. And then there's Personnel Cabinet, which is where I am located, and we're kind of the hub of HR for state government. These are just some of the different job titles that we have and types of work that we have. So we have trades, we have legal opportunities, administration, technology and computer science, law enforcement, mechanical, HR positions. Some of these positions fall in many different cabinets as well. So for example, HR is going to be something that's in every single cabinet. Personnel is the centralized HR, but each cabinet also has an HR group as well. We have accounting, aviation, communications, and marketing. Those positions are in lots of different cabinets as well. So every cabinet's going to have like an Office of Public Affairs or an information office. So all of those roles would fall there. Health sciences, so social service workers, nurses, family support specialists. And then we also have environmental related positions, environmental scientists. We have our engineering positions and many more. So there's a lot of variety in state government and lots of career options. So we like to say that we have positions for just about anyone based off their areas of interest. Next, we'll talk a little bit about the Team Kentucky internship program. So this is a brand new program. It's actually starting this summer. It is going to be a yearly program. So summer 2025, then our next one will launch in summer 2026 as well. So this is a specialized internship program where you would receive 10 weeks of a paid experience in Kentucky state government. Any cabinet can participate. So this year we had over 55 positions available within this program. And to be eligible to participate, you must be enrolled in school and you must have a 2.5 GPA at higher. So as long as you're enrolled in school and have that GPA requirement, you could apply to participate. The applications have already closed for summer 2025, but the new ones will come out this fall for summer 2026. So if you are still going to be enrolled during that time, definitely keep an eye on our careers website for those positions to come available. Typically, this year they stayed open from around Halloween through the end of the year, and we took applications all during that time, and they closed around the end of the year and started reviewing applications in January. So what you would do is you would, on our careers website, which I'll show you in just a little bit, you'll click on internships and you'll click where it says the Team Kentucky internship program. So you'll be able to view those positions. Again, right now there's not any on there, but in this fall there will be. And you'll be able to see all the different positions that are going to fall within that program. And you can apply to as many of the positions as you're interested in based off your major, based off what you want to do in the future, or just areas of interest if you're wanting to get job experience. You'll just upload your unofficial transcript to the application and go through the application online. That unofficial transcript just proves that you're enrolled in school. And in this program, you'll get unique professional development opportunities and cohort activities where you come together with all of the Team Kentucky interns to do those and network with them and state government employees as well. And if you complete the program, which would be 300 working hours, you would be eligible to receive interview preference for future employment in state government. So that is something brand new and something we're really excited to offer to interns. So it's a great way to, one, earn pay and get job experience, and also hopefully get your foot in the door for maybe a future career in state government. All right, this is what the careers website looks like. When you visit the careers website, which is careers.ky.gov, you have a bunch of different ways to search. So basically any state job and our internships are all housed on this website. So sometimes there's 200 to 300 postings at a time out here. So it is a lot to look at, but there's several different ways that you can filter it down to make it a little bit more manageable. You can definitely browse by agency, so browse by a certain cabinet. If you know you're looking to go into the Justice and Public Safety cabinet, you can select that cabinet to search for those available positions. Again, if you're wanting to look at internships, you'll just select that option as well. You'll have two different options. One is the Team Kentucky internship program, and the other is our general co-op internship placement. So that Team Kentucky internship program is the summer only option. But then we also have year-round internship options available as well. So if you're looking for something in the fall or in the spring, you could look there. If you know you're going into nursing, there's some different ways on here that you can kind of filter it down to narrow your search. We also have an external applicant guide on this site. It's in the top right-hand corner, right below search jobs. That external applicant guide will basically talk you through and show you how to complete a state application online. So it's kind of like our overview, our guide document to help external applicants complete an application on this state website. There's also a video you can watch as well. If you want, you can also search all jobs and pull every job that's currently available up at once. So I'll show you what that view looks like as well. When you select all jobs, you'll be able to browse again by some different ways. So this is going to show you everything that we currently had available. So when this was taken, there were 344 out there at this time. If you know you're wanting to be in a specific county, you can search that way. If you know, for example, a job title that you're looking for, you can always just do a job search for that keyword only to see if it is currently available. But on this screen, you'll be able to see the job title, the cabinet that it's located in, the county that it's located in, the date that the position posted, and then the date that the position closes and comes off the website. We always just make people aware. Some of our positions are only posted for 5 days at a time. So if you do see one that you're interested in and want to apply to, just be sure to notice the closing date so you can get your application in prior to that closing date. But this is what this screen looks like. You can also set job alerts, which I'll show you that in just a moment, but I wanted to point it out. Up here, it's right below job search keyword, create a job alert. So let's say you definitely want to be an administrative specialist or you're looking for an administrative specialist 1 role. If you enter that in the keyword and select create a job alert, you'll be able to get notified either daily or weekly when those positions come available. Each position in state government also has minimum requirements, and we always like to point these out just to make sure that external applicants look at them when they're submitting their application. So you would have to meet the minimum requirements for the job that you are applying for. This is just an example one of what it looks like. It will show you what level of education is required, if there's any experience or skills that are required for this role. And then some of them also can substitute education for experience or experience for education. So all of that information is listed on the bottom of each job advertisement. It'll also tell you if there's any unique requirements. So if you have to be a certain age or if you have to have a driver's license, all of that information will be on those minimum requirements. So just review those prior to applying just to ensure that you meet those requirements. And be sure to indicate how you meet those in your application as well. And if you are selected, you will be asked to just prove that you do meet those requirements, whether it's a degree or experience. So you'll be asked to submit that documentation. Again, this is the job alert slide. So you are welcome to set job alerts for those specific job titles that you're interested in. And it will notify you via email when those positions come available. You can set multiple job alerts at once as well if you're looking at multiple different positions. You can you can set them by county. So if you know that you want to be in Boyle County, you can just set a job alert for anything that comes available in Boyle County. And then just some application tips. Try not to leave anything set to NA on your application unless there's truly no information to provide. Even if you upload your resume, it's still important to complete the application as well. Just provide accurate and detailed information as well. Again, they're going to use your application to determine if you meet those minimum requirements. So it's important to provide as many details as possible about your education and your experience. So they have all of that information when reviewing your application. Proofread your application. Once you submit it, unfortunately, there's not a way to go in and revise or make any edits or changes. So it's just important to make sure that it is all correct before you submit the application. When you go to upload a resume, it will try to auto-populate into the application. So just verify that it does that correctly and it doesn't move things around in the application. If it does, you'll want to just fix that and make sure that it's all in the correct fields prior to submitting that application. And if you do use a LinkedIn resume, just be aware that you might need to go back in and add more information when submitting your application. Sometimes it doesn't provide all of the information that the application is requesting. Also, I just wanted to reiterate that you would have to come back to the careers website to apply to any of these positions. So we don't do any external applications like on Handshake or LinkedIn or anything like that. So you'll definitely want to come back to the careers website and create an account to apply. And then what happens after you apply? Once you submit your application, the position will go in review and the agencies will be able to review the applications and the applicants that have submitted applications for that position. Everyone will be considered, but not everyone will necessarily receive an interview. And then you would actually be contacted by the hiring agency for the next steps in that process. So let's say you applied to a position in CHFS or the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. They would be the ones to contact you and reach out to schedule an interview with you. One thing I forgot to mention, there is a contact that's listed at the bottom of each job advertisement or job posting. You are welcome to reach out to that person. They are typically part of the hiring team. So it's a good contact to just write down and hold on to their information so you can, one, either follow up after you've applied or just follow up with them to check and see kind of where they're at in the selection process. We do offer veterans preference as well. We have a veterans advisor and his email address is there on the screen. His name is Stuart Clark. So if you have veterans status or you are discharged from service, you are welcome to reach out to Stu and Stuart can help you get your veterans preference flag on your state account, which would likely get you an interview preference flag as well. So that is a good option if that applies to anyone. And then we are here to help. I work in the Division of Career Opportunities. So if you have any questions about the application process, whether that's for full-time roles or internships, we are happy to help you complete the application or answer any questions that you may have about the process. And feel free to follow along on our social media platforms as well. We do post new openings there. So if you're on LinkedIn and want to see what we have available, definitely a good place to check for those openings as well. All right. And if you all have any questions, I'm happy to take those. I'll also put my contact info up here so you can reach out. My email address, I'll enter that in the chat as well so you can have that. just put my email address in the chat. So if you all think of questions after the fact, feel free to email me and I'm happy to get back with you, or I can take questions now.
Do you have to be a resident of Kentucky to receive one of these positions? Like,
For the
really...
internship positions, no, you do not have to be a resident of Kentucky. You just have to be in the state at the time of the internship. Yes.
So will, as an international student, I'll be eligible for like any state internship?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Hang on, let me try to turn my volume up really quick on my device.
Sometimes it cuts out on our end. You're fine. He's
Okay.
asking, he's an international student. So would international students be eligible for the internships?
So each agency would be able to answer that question. It depends on each agency. They make their own determinations for that. But you can definitely reach out to the contacts on the job advertisement to ask them about that.
Give us some examples of the different types of internships that you've seen posted in the various agencies. Because I know whenever I've looked, I've seen some that really, you guys kind of span everything that's really out there from like social media to, nursing and law enforcement, things like that. So could you provide us some examples of internships?
Yeah, this summer we have several interns in some of our like career centers across the state. So helping Kentuckians across the state in those career centers find locations and jobs for those people. We have several communications and marketing interns. The personnel cabinet intern will be working on a lot of marketing, graphic design. We have several legal internship positions. So primarily those pull from for law students, but if you're pre-law or interested in that, that could be a good option as well. We have some data analytics and technology, so IT related internship positions. We also have videographers and photographers, which kind of goes along with the marketing and communications aspect as well. We had 55 total this summer, and each one of them was different. So it's a wide variety of options for those summer internship windows. We have some working in our energy and environment cabinet. We have two interns working in Kentucky emergency management. So anytime the state's in a state of emergency like we are currently, they're working in that center to help with that management as well. So lots of different options for internships. Yeah.
So I'm looking for jobs since I'm a senior, and a lot of them are different, but I'm like interested in a legal internship. I was wondering if like you all are aware of like all the jobs that I would be applying for. Like, is that seen as like disinterested in one of them if I applied to a lot? Does that make any sense?
Yes, absolutely. And no, you're welcome to apply to as many positions as you would like. Basically, those positions are viewed by each hiring agency. So you're welcome to submit multiple applications. That's absolutely welcome.
It's a very well-known thing that their benefits are excellent. So it's not uncommon for people to apply to multiple different positions because they just want to get their foot in the door for state government.
Exactly. And once you do get your foot in the door or land a position in state government, we frequently have people move around from cabinet to cabinet. So that's definitely an option as well. For example, if you wanted to start in the cabinet for health and family services, and then in a couple years you found a position in the energy and environment cabinet that was better suited for you, you can apply to those positions and just move around internally. The volume.
If a summer internship position opens in any of the cabinets, how many applicants do you see generally?
It depends on the position. This summer we had around 1,000 applications total for the internship program. So it was a popular option this year. it was the first year that we've ever done this, so we really weren't sure what to expect. But it was a big applicant pool for those summer internship positions. Now we do offer, it depends on which position, because some of them did look specifically for certain degrees or certain majors, which had a smaller applicant pool. But it kind of varies based on what the job duties would entail. Yeah. Oh, it's cut out. I can't hear you.
Roughly about how many hours per week are the internships?
So for the summer internships, it would average out to be about 30 hours a week. The only reason for that is primarily so you hit that 300-hour mark and can be eligible for the interview preference. Now, you can still complete the program and not get interview preference. So if you needed to work less than that, that could be an option as well. The agencies are pretty flexible with school schedules and things like that. In the internship positions. And I know that's during the summer. So we do offer the fall and spring internships as well. And those hours are a lot more flexible depending on school schedules and your needs. Yeah.
Are the students like limited to internship in their own county, or like there's suppose a county 10 minutes away from the college? Can I still like commute over there and work in their campus?
Yes, so we do have some internship options across the state. A lot of the positions for this summer were in the Frankfort area, but we did have several in Boyle County and several other counties across the state. Now, if you prefer to commute, then you definitely can do that. Sometimes interns are allowed to work from home, but that does vary based on agency to agency if they allow that or not. It would probably be a couple days a week if so. So there definitely would be a commute, or you could look specifically in your county. It just might be fewer positions that are available.
So I'm a freshman data science and econ finance major.
Yeah.
What would I do to stand out in that application?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one in your application, be sure to include as much experience as you have, whether that's coursework or projects that you've worked on, part-time jobs that you've had, including all of that in your application is really important. And then I think in the interview too, just one willing to show initiative on new projects and tasks and communicating that in the interview. That's something that we recommended to all interns this summer is one, being willing to take initiative and show that you present fresh ideas to these agencies and perform valuable work to them. So really showing that in the interview as well. A lot of our interviews are like panel style and ask those bit more behavioral questions. So it's a good idea to think through that ahead of time in the interview process as well. Yeah.
What's generally the like peak season for these like internship, like summer, spring, fall, or like when do you see the peak job listing coming up?
Now that we have the Team Kentucky internship program, it's definitely going to be the summertime window. However, before that program was around, it kind of depended. Definitely they post closer to fall and they looked primarily fall and spring internships throughout those semesters. So, but I think now that we have that specialized summer program, that's going to be the peak season for internships for us.
That's going to be for the entire year, even the following summer.
Say that one more time.
I was telling them that for most employers, the peak hiring season is going to be in the fall, and that will stretch for spring internships and even into the summer. A lot of employers hire in the fall for everything that they need for the year.
Yes, definitely. And that's something that we do as well and set that for the Team Kentucky internship program. We definitely prefer the fall recruitment season only because we want to ensure that we have enough time to really focus on the selection process for those interns and have the positions offered to them well enough in advance that they know they have a position for the summer months.
I remember is like few weeks ago. I don't like do recruiters look onto like LinkedIn and approach people because I think I got something from like the Kentucky department to like apply for it and I thought like it was a scam so I didn't do anything of it but um, like how much of your LinkedIn is also like looked into for like recruitment and all.
So some of our cabinets do use LinkedIn recruiting, but they would always direct you back to the careers website to apply to those positions. So it is a possibility that one of them reached out to you. LinkedIn recruiting is something that a tool that we use to connect with potential candidates, but then direct them back to that state site to actually apply to the position, just to ensure that you're on the actual application pool. So we don't do any type of like those external applications, but we do use LinkedIn recruiting. So it could have been one of our state government employees reaching out.
I'll start early and keep it up to date through your 4 years. And we can help you with that at the CCPD if you need help setting that up.
Would you say that you all get a lot of applicants like that are recent graduates and like, because I think experience wise, like I don't have a lot of experience, like work, I have like internship experience. Like, do you think that's still like, I still have an opportunity?
Yes, absolutely. And I think the recruiters and the people that are reviewing applications are aware of that. And everyone starts out somewhere with limited experience even. So I think as long as, and you definitely use your internship experience and your coursework and your education at center in your application, because again, I know typically like there's a big push for like the one-page resume, keep it brief. Within state government, they definitely want to see your full experience and everything that you've worked on, because just they're going to use that to make that determination. But we definitely have new applicants that are coming out of college, so definitely don't feel discouraged in that process at all.
Than your standard resume. So we can help you with that. And they also have their guide online that can help you.
Yes, that's great. Any other?
Thank you, Angie. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
There's her email address, and I saw you guys taking the screenshot. Also, I have her email address. If you lose the photo or whatever, feel free to reach out to me and I'll share that with you.
Yes.
Thank you
And
so much, Angie.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to email me a resume as well if you're looking for an internship sooner than next summer. I can try to get you in contact with some of the cabinet. So feel free to do that as well.
Thanks so much, Angie.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.